Welcome to the Game of Thrones podcast. The season finale done and over with, but we are just getting started on the VN's Game of Thrones podcast. I'm joined by Edmund Oris, Precious, and joining us for the first time this season. Precious, how are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you doing, Tega?
I'm good. I guess the season finale was better than last episode, so I think I'm going to try to be much more positive, unlike last episode where I got a lot of feedback for being the down person or the bad among the three of us. Edmund, how are you doing?
Well. You know. I'm boss guy. I'm excited. I'm happy. I'm good.
Yeah. Williams, you joined us for the first time. How are you?
I'm excited now. Your joblessness is going to end now. All you jobless Game of Thrones fans.
Anyways, there's always something to shift. There's always something to shift our attention to. Let's kick off the episode quickly because I felt I want to get you guys general thoughts on the episode in particular because I felt it was like a episode of two halves, like in football. There's first half and second half. That's what I felt this season finale was about. So general reactions, Precious.
General reactions. Let's say the episode was not bad, but not great. I wouldn't say it was great. It was just it was manageable. We can't say we didn't like it, but we could accept it. It was not what we expected. It was not the Game of Thrones we are used to. I think the last 2 episodes is just the same thing. I still feel it's the show was watered down. Like everything we expected was just everything. The things now, the plots, everything about it is just somehow. There's no really explanation to say about it. It's not the Game of Thrones we are used to. There's no thrill.
Yeah.
It's just a show presently now.
Now let me try to be positive. I felt the episode in general was like it was okay. It was good. I mean, we had a decent or a good ending to most of the characters except from Daenerys. So I feel except from Daenerys, so that's other ones we can accept them. I don't know what Edmund thinks.
Okay, I think the episode was good though, really. Yes, we can say the season has not lived up to expectations. We can say the writing was a little bit rushed. But from the end where Daenerys burned down, from the last episode where Daenerys burned down the King's Landing rather, I think this was the best thing that could come out of it. They did justice to literally every character. Daenerys, we knew she had to die. Yeah, okay, maybe except Jon Snow. Jon Snow got the I think the worst out of everybody. You get Bran becoming the 9th king. Nobody saw that coming. I think in a way it's fair. It makes sense. You get Tyrion as Hand of the King was fair. Arya, good for her. Sansa, great. You get every other person was. I think it was the best thing they could come up with after the disaster class with the previous episode. So I think the episode was good. It was fair. The ending was. Plus, generally, Game of Thrones, the season finales of Game of Thrones it's not always that epic. It's always toned down. So I think it just followed that nature.
Yeah, Williams, what do you think about the episode? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Or
I'm a bit neutral about the episode. I expected more, but I think they tried. The episode was rushed. The season entirely was rushed. They tried to bring everything to a halt quickly.
Yeah.
I was expecting to see more. I thought there would be more scenes in this final episode. Like even the Jon Snow stuff, I thought they were going to kill him. There was no need sending him to the Night's Watch. I thought they should have killed. I swear. They should have killed him. Why would you send him to the Night's Watch? Brian saying, what did you think I waited all the way here for? That's poor scripting. I wasn't impressed by that. Meaning, I didn't like that part at all. Then, but I felt they needed to do more. That Jon Snow part literally pissed me. Why send him to the Night's Watch? Why? Kill him and let it end.
Like literally, they sent him back to where he's coming from.
Exactly, they didn't send him to the Ninth Watch.
So what was the hype about him being
that Ninth Watch? Even just wonder, he's going with the wildlings. Like, is he actually Ninth Watch, or he just went on an exile with other people that accept him and love him? Quite frankly, I don't see guys one Ninth Watch. He's probably going to get one red, another red wildling girl.
The only scene that made another scene again as I was going to talk about Arya that came with Uber. What happened? What happened to the Uber? She came and all of a sudden we didn't see the horse again. The only scene that made sense was the dragon when he was burning down. So that was the only poetic scene in the entire.
And it was so emotional.
Yes, I felt it because that's how it's supposed to be. Not the way they made it so trivialized it.
I think the scene where the dragon was trying to wake Daenerys after she had died. I think that scene was the most emotional in the whole series. I think that scene was touching before it burnt down.
Yeah.
Guys, Tega, we can talk, but at the end of the day, a lot of people can agree that it was rushed. They did not just. I don't know why it felt like they were just trying to, like Williams has said, just bring it to a halt. We've come to expect so much better. Why they decided to rush it through? For me, the movie ended as at episode 3 after they killed the Night King. From episode 4, episode 5, and this one was just no. Okay. I swear.
The problem with this particular season, like it, apart from the fact it feels rushed, it feels like a different ending to a different story. It doesn't look like something we've been investing our time in.
Exactly. I think Precious, you've gotten it perfectly.
How can you be giving me such an ending? It's not something that goes with the storyline. It's every character we invested in them for nothing. Dany did not become queen of any 7 kingdom. Jon is not only. Where's the prince? Okay, they promised us the prince, not a king, I guess. So let's say the prince were promised. But still, it's totally different from what we're watching in any other show.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll be more disturbed that it ended. It ended like a soap opera. Everybody got happy endings.
Except from Daenerys. Yeah, well, let's spread.
Except from Jon Snow. Jon Snow's ending too wasn't this guy. I mean, this guy has left that place. He died and he came back, and then he told everybody that his watch is ended. They named a full episode after it. I think there's an episode named "My Watch is Ended." Oathbreaker. I think that's the name, Oathbreaker. Yeah. This guy left, and then you guys are sending him back on the basis that the Unsullied that have no say, that have no right in your kingdom, are not satisfied that you can't just free him, or you can't. I don't. It does not, like Williams said, it doesn't just make sense. Better you just kill the guy off, I beg.
But he's not really going to the Ninth Watch because he went along with Tormund and the Wildlings. He's going to probably meet another Wildling girl and just enjoy himself. It won't really. That's not an exile. There's no watch to watch actually anymore. There's nothing to watch. He's actually going to another life.
Let's drag ourselves back from the end. Let's start from the beginning so we can Tyrion's character development throughout this whole episode. He started with walking off on his own to go and look for his siblings, Cersei and Lannister. I mean, it was just to check if they were able to escape or not, and he ends up seeing their corpses and maybe he gets emotional about them. Then the next scene, he gets angry with Daenerys and throws his hand of the queen sigil.
That was a foolish move, very foolish move.
I was a bit shocked that Daenerys didn't kill him on the spot. I mean, she's always known for burning people or roasting people alive. Why, Edmund? Why do you think Daenerys didn't just decide get rid of Tyrion immediately? He disgraced her in public, and she's known for being a mad queen. So why didn't she just kill him off?
He said he disgraced her. I felt like she didn't kill him because obviously she has great respect for him, and she's one of the few people I think that she loved. Definitely, if the movie had proceeded over time, she was going to kill him, and she had told Jon Snow that he had to die. She betrayed her. But to kill him on the spot, I I don't think it's still one of the many flaws in the season. That's why we're saying it was rushed. But I still don't feel normally that she would have just brought the dragon. Dracarys,
Williams, we saw Tyrion trying to advise Jon Snow when he was in prison. Jon Snow came into the prison to come and say him. Just Jon Snow came into the prison to come and see Tyrion. Just the same way Tyrion entered the prison to do Jaime Lannister. It's kind of nobody protects the prisoners anymore. Everybody can just walk into Daenerys prisons. I mean, I don't feel like it's sensible.
It's not like that now. The Jon Snow and Tyrion, they are like commanders, and Tyrion is the hand of the king. Jon Snow is the leader of the Northmen. So it was only fair they could get access to the prison. My own is that Tyrion is a Confucianist. He has put evil thoughts into my innocent Jon Snow. Now he's the one being the hand of the king. Jon Snow has gone to suffer in one bush. Yes, Jon Snow, it was not in his mind normally before. He poisoned the innocent boy's mind.
No,
I don't think Jon Snow should need any kind of talking. When he was a witness to what Daenerys did, like killing killing children. So he shouldn't be talking. He should know. I
felt like the point where when Jon Snow knew that he had to do it was when he said that when Daenerys said that we are going to liberate more people from Winterfell to Easterport to this. And I'm like that was when
that Winterfell part shocked me. We were like, they won't liberate my own people again.
And then Tega, very briefly, he actually went to meet her. You get to actually talk things over. Okay, I get that you've killed these people in King's Landing now, but the war is over. Let's move on. She wasn't like, no, we have to liberate people. We have to break the wheels of oppression. This is our destiny. It's my destiny. Stay with me. And then it was like, okay, what if people don't see it our way? She was like, they will have no choice.
They have no choice. Yeah.
So I felt like that was the turning point. If maybe she had said something different, maybe it wouldn't have done it. But I felt like at that point he knew that.
Yeah, because I think the same thing I think Jon Snow did. He kept asking her different questions. Like he kept on probing and saying, but let's do it this way, or let's see why we should stop King's Landing, and we shouldn't go to the war is over. Let's just relax in this victory and build a new community. And she kept on saying no. The one she was to Easterport, Winterfell, Marine. She was bent on not stopping until everybody. So how long does that continue with the killings? So I feel Jon Snow was pushed into the box of killing her, but the way he killed her off, I don't think it was satisfying. I don't know what you guys think. I mean, he just stabbed her. I mean, it's Grey Worm not supposed to be somewhere beside her. I don't understand.
It's the blood. The blood now will bust my brains. The blood just came out small like Zobo. My nose small from my mouth.
And Williams, as a doctor, if someone gets stabbed in the heart, does the blood come out from the nose?
They did not stab her in the heart, so they stabbed her on the abdomen. I don't even know how blood Zobo just came small. Then she just laid on the ground died. What the fuck was that?
It feels like a Hollywood.
It was like Nigerian film, I swear.
Okay, wait.
How does she not have any guard in that chamber? Like,
don't say that. She's there with her lover when they were doing what they were doing. Since did any guard used to stay with them? So why would she need a guard?
So when the dragon came, I was pouring fire. Nobody came. There, they just saw dragon pouring fire. Everybody just kept quiet. Okay, the dragon is mad, so let's leave him.
No, it's assumed that after he killed that, the dragon came. After the dragon flew, it's assumed that was when.
No soldier came. Do you understand? No soldier came. So why is this dragon just there pouring
Obviously,
fire?
they captured Jon Snow now. It was captured now. Yes.
The scene they rushed it. I don't know what they're rushing for.
Okay, so the only place to kill her
that makes sense was when the dragon was melting the throne. That's the only poetic place in the full season finale.
I felt
that bottle water.
The scene where he was trying to wake her up was actually very emotional.
Yeah, that place was nice. It reminded me of when you were trying to wake me up to go to school.
The problem with Game of Thrones now, I think the big issue this season had was that episode 1, they started episode 1 in a very slow pace. Episode 2 was going in a very slow pace. Same, and they started the 2 episodes in a very slow pace, and all from episode 3, they just picked it up, and as in characters development started going wayward. As in, if they knew this what they wanted to do with these characters, they could have just started telling the story faster than how episode 1 and 2 was so slow. We're thinking that the war was never going to come and everything. Fans were asking, why is the series going this slow? And from episode 3, it's just they started making decisions on the characters that made no logical sense, in my opinion.
Agreed. For me, the show peaked after Arya. The show peaked at episode 3 after Arya killed Night Kings. Episode 4, where Daenerys was so hell bent on going to fight Cersei and she lost her dragon. And episode 5, it was just from episode 3 till the end, it was just very on Game of Thrones-ish. You get that's where the rushing comes in, because
it became a movie. It was no longer a series. The way they
exactly because these are characters that we have followed for 7 years. We know the things to expect from them. You get what they made Jon Snow's character was useless. Jon Snow is a born leader. This boy is a born. This is somebody that can unite people, that can bring people together and make everybody. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. But all of a sudden, he became a boss boy. I don't want it. That was the only thing they were saying. I never do. I
saw a tweet saying Jon Snow is the most expensive extra in the history of television series. Yeah,
the most expensive what?
Extra, like all these extra people in the series now that do not.
I saw it because it became useless after the whole war with the Night King, and then Tyrion. We've all known Tyrion to be a smart person, to be someone that makes critical decisions. It's the only thing he does, but not even this season. From episode 7, where he was trying to convince Daenerys not to go out to help Jon Snow. I agreed, she lost one of her dragon in the process, but he tried to convince her not to go and help her. Then the scene where Jon Snow went to sleep with her at the end of that season, and he was watching from the door, sad. Yeah. And then this season, he has just. Even himself, he admitted at the end of the season that he thought he was wise, but he has been foolish. That's not the Tyrion we've come to expect. And then, what's the name? Daenerys, the way she went gaga all of a sudden, I agreed maybe at the end of the day, because from the I saw video clips where they said they built King's Landing because they knew that they were going to destroy it at the end, So it's always been in their story that she was going to, but they could have made the circumstances a little bit better, not just rush it. The way she rushed into war to go and fight, and then she killed one of her dragons. The way one of her dragon, she used only one dragon to sack the full Iron Fleet, sack the full Golden Company, sack the full King's Landing.
It never makes sense, Abby.
It's not just. It's just.
So why did they kill the other dragons? If one dragon could do it,
I saw it. It's just hasty. Like, I mean, guys, let's just wrap up this show. We have Star Wars to write about. It's just guy.
Before we move into, because since we are on the narrative now. Let's just touch on her a bit more before we move on. At least one thing about Daenerys was the actress and Emilia Clarke acting. No matter, even as rushed as it felt, at least she did a good job delivering in the role. She did her. I think she was like one of the best standout performances this season, even with the shitty storyline and everything. At least all the actors in Game of Thrones, but her in particular, she did a good job for the whole 8 seasons. A good job, and even in the season finale, she did a good job. When she was delivering her speech to the Dothraki, when she was saying the Dothraki has been with her.
Yes, powerful speech, very powerful speech.
I think she did a good job, and it's just sad. I was a bit surprised that she didn't see Jon Snow as a threat, like that Jon Snow could kill her. Then she was not on guard more. She was just blinded by love.
You get, and that's another thing. But kudos to see. That's why we say Game of Thrones is the best, because the amount of work they put into the acting, the directing, you get, everything is top notch. Everything is top notch. It's out of this world. But then, like we said, the writing was just right. But brilliant acting. She did a good job. I love her. Forget that she, at the end of the day, she became mad. She burnt everybody. She still wanted to go and kill more people. And it's, when I heard us giving that speech, I was like, oh, this girl has lost it. She has to die. But really, it's good acting, and I'm happy for them.
Williams, what did you think of the time jump? There was this massive time jump after Jon Snow killed her, and the next thing we cut into Tyrion. coming in for his trial.
Yeah.
What do you think about
How many
it?
how many years after was that scene? Because I don't even understand how the way they just skipped it. It was as if we missed a full episode. Then they just gave us this episode to continue.
I think they said did they not give a time frame? They didn't give a time frame.
No, there wasn't a time frame. No. And it was like as if the whole King's Landing was back to normal because they
finished building everywhere.
I mean
that place was supposed to have cracked. All of a sudden, that place was normal. I mean, the dragon did not born there. I don't understand. They burst my brains in that place.
We saw Edmund Oris, like when he stood up, when he brought Sarah in, and he was trying to put his way out of the whole case, and he said, "Okay, let's get a new king or a new leader." And he stood up. How
that guy is just I don't even know what name to call him. I saw a tweet where someone said, "When you stand up in a family meeting but you don't have money." Somebody that I can't remember the last time we saw that guy in the show. I think that was around Rob Stark's period. Yeah.
Yes.
I love the guy that married Lord Freeze, one of the finest Lord Freeze's daughter. Yeah. He wants to come and rule. I like the way Sansa just shut him up. Like, please sit.
It was so funny, and I think ladies were gaga about that scene because it was just like to every scum guy that just stands up with no reasonable thing.
The guy mess up big time. As in, why did you even get up? He said he has been to war. He has done this. It's just like all these Yahoo boys say, I have money, I have Benz. Marry me.
Samuel Tali tried to bring in democracy into I mean, I think he made the most logical point. Okay, because they've been saying
it's just a jagger. What did he get up to say? He told me I need chairman.
But the fact is that they've been talking about the people. Let's do the right thing for the people and everything. So when it comes to selecting a king of the 7 or 6 kingdoms or whatever, why don't they not turn the vote to the people? Since everybody's concerned about the people's well-being, so you can also turn the vote, the decision to who becomes king to the people, because when they are saying this amount of people should be the ones to select king, children of the king should not automatically become kings. I think it's going to cause a problem in the future because everybody who wants to be, there will be ulterior motives in that camp that everybody wants to be the king. So there should be like a line of succession, I think.
I don't agree with the line of succession. This what happened is I think is the best. It's fair. You should not just be king because your father was king. What if you are a drunk? Or what if we saw what happened with Joffrey? We saw what happened with the other boy that killed himself. And they are not fit, but it's a responsibility that is forced upon them just because their parents are king. But with this system now, you get to choose a worthy person. You get and with the way they chose Brown, it was kind of like unanimous. Everybody agreed. You get
normally. It's not be down to pali.
Obviously, but still, if it was like that, Daenerys will not have this misguided notion that it's a birthright, it's a destiny, it's a throne, it's a father's throne. So she has to do whatever she has to do, and you get with this one now, it's kind of reduced, it's kind of less because you don't know, it can be anybody. You get so it just kind of reduces that whole lineage of my father, my rights, and stuff like that.
Tyrion said something about Bran having the best story. I mean, I can call at least 10 people in Game of Thrones that have a better story in this series than Bran Stark.
Sam said.
Yeah, even Sir Davos has a better story than Bran. I don't understand the point in where Tyrion is saying Bran has a...
He's young. He'll be able to tell stories for years.
No, I feel like he has a better story. I feel like that was right. I feel like he has a better story.
I mean, Jon Snow was dead and he came back to life. I mean, he's gone over.
Jon Snow is ruled out. Listen, Jon Snow is ruled out.
Why should he be ruled out? Because he's
himself out. He has always said that he doesn't want it. You want to force it on top his head again. You don't force. You don't.
But at least someone should have mentioned his name, like because he's the rightful heir. He's Targaryen. He has a bit of Stark in him, so he's the rightful. At least they should have volunteered his name out, not just ignore him.
But agreed. But we've heard him repeatedly. I think that was the most overused line in the movie.
Yeah.
From the beginning, he has been saying that he does not want it. How do you go and give somebody that doesn't want it? They've listened to him and they've heard him, so why should they consider him again? So if they choose him there, they go and meet him and he starts saying, I don't want it. I never did. What happens then? You don't do that. We are not children yet.
Yeah.
You say, you make your intentions known. On Bran having a better story, this is a boy that was pushed and he lost his leg, he lost his ability to father children, and he still survived everything that he survived. He lost his home and he went over the wall, became a three-eyed raven. This boy cannot walk. He can go to the past. He can see the future. He can see everybody's past. So I feel like it's arguable, yes, but I don't just feel like, I don't like the way you are rolling him out like it doesn't have a good story at all. This guy has been through a lot, so.
Yeah, he has actually been through a lot, but the fact remains that in the whole character stuff of Game of Thrones, he doesn't have the best story. He has a decent story, but there are so many people in Game of Thrones that have a better story than him.
I don't think he meant it like in the whole game. I think he meant among them sitting. I felt like
even Sansa has a better.
He has a better story than Sansa, please.
Even this guy, no, I don't think so. Sansa, do you know what Sansa has gone to throughout the whole series? Even this guy that was sitting there, what's his name? Robin that sucked his mother's milk. You could see his glow up. He has a better story than Bran.
That one was that. Tega, stop. Even Arya.
Yeah.
But Arya cannot rule.
Arya doesn't want to rule.
She doesn't want to rule.
Yeah.
I felt like among those people that were qualified, because Sansa is ruled out. Okay, Sansa arguably, you can argue that Sansa, Arya, but those of them, they've ruled themselves out.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, the Starks were the biggest winners. And Bran gets to rule the Sixth Kingdom. Sansa gets to rule her own north. Why did everybody not just fight for independence of their own kingdom?
Yeah, that's the point.
Sansa can.
Yeah, that's the point I was going to mention next.
They are not smart people now. They be moving people. I was even thinking the other people kingdoms. Okay, let us just rule independently.
Yeah,
because they're an independent state.
Yeah. She just used Cersei's wisdom for them there.
Greyjoy has also wanted independence before even this season. Greyjoy for Ironborn clan. So I don't understand why she didn't just say, because if Sansa can say she wants independence when it's her own brother sitting on the Iron Throne or ruler of the 6 or 7 kingdoms, it's her own family, it's her own brother is a Stark. Why the others say, okay, what's going on here? Why can't we also have our own independence? So I don't get why Sansa insisted on. And I know she's always wanted to be the queen, so I'm not even shocked that it's what she wants. It's what eventually.
Well, it's good. She fought for what she wants, and it's not so bad because apparently, long before, I think the Norths were independent on their own too. So she said they want to go back to that. So not so bad. So
for Sansa, for me, I feel it's a Stark that is on the Iron Throne. She can at least forgo her independence, but knowing Sansa and her whole character development has been that after she had gone through everything with Ramsay and all the trials and tribulations, she just wanted to stay in the North and be the queen of Winterfell. I mean, maybe it's just right for her being that way. But I feel she could also have forgone the fact that it's Bran Stark. I mean, Bran Stark would not want to hurt Winterfell in any way. I don't think Bran Stark would want to hurt where it comes from. So she could have also forgone it, in my opinion.
She's not a serious person. Why did she make jest of its inability to have children? That was very annoying.
It's also annoying. It's something it's something that has to be said, guy. It's
she was like,
you have to say because
this one no get penny, so that was the best.
I don't think so. I'm like, it's before then, the way of succession was through children. So she's
Yeah.
pointing out to them that, how far, guys, this one cannot produce children. So that was when Tyrion was not like, okay, it's actually a good thing that from now on it won't be based on children, it will be based on choosing and succession. People that the council will gather and they'll choose. And it makes sense. I don't think she did it to just run him down.
And the point of Game of Thrones, I mean, from season 1 has always been who deserves to be on the throne, whose bloodline deserves to be on the throne. Is it a Baratheon? Is it a Lannister? Is it a Stark? Is it a Targaryen? Because that's what Daenerys has been, that she is a family that built this whole thing, so she deserves to be there. So for me, that it gets back to my point of the whole committee of king makers or whatever regarded Jon Snow, who for me is the rightful heir. He should have at least been brought up or at least been said about. It's just, and he was now made the leader of the Ninth Watch. What is he watching exactly? Because there's no White Walkers, there's no threat anymore. So what is his watch happening to his goal? What is he going to watch? I don't understand.
No, we've made our intentions known that it was pointless. They should have,
Yeah.
I don't feel they should make him king. You can't make somebody that clearly doesn't want it.
Yeah.
You get.
Mm-hmm.
You can't.
You should have killed him.
Yes, they should have killed him. They should have found a way to kill him. They should have found, maybe he should have died in Daenerys or something. Maybe set both of them on fire.
The dragon will have killed him or something. Maybe dragon will have burnt him.
Yeah, I thought that the dragon was going to set fire on him, but it will not come out of the fire like the Night King. It's a Targaryen.
Yeah.
Targaryens can't die because of fire. Then maybe the dragon will just eat him and just
or throw him down, let him die or something. I don't know. But I thought that was the best thing to have for Jon Snow.
I swear, because taking him back, yes, there are no Night Walkers. So what are they watching? But before the Night Watch stood before the Night Walkers came, you get, and even when the Night Walkers started coming, the Night Watch did not believe that Night Walkers had come. So I feel like it's an institution that has to be there, because they have to send their robbers and their rapists and their killers to somewhere. You get, so that's where they go to just keep them. So I feel like it's not bad that he got to, and let's admit he has the connections with the wildlings, you get, plus he got to meet ghosts. I know Tega, you were very big on the fact that he did not get enough.
That scene was shot 2 weeks ago, in my opinion. After the backlash, they had to go back and reshoot that scene because Game of Thrones fans,
they did not want to hear. They did not touch that dog.
Oh God!
A loyal beast, the dog. I like ghosts. Find a good animal. He has been there from the beginning.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Brian was finally made the Lord Commander of the Night Guard. Brian made her the Lord Commander of the Night Guard because she was editing Jamie's Wikipedia page. She was editing his whole.
She forgot to put men as come on that. I was thinking she was going to write. She was like, she's supposed to write, this fool left me for his sister's bitch. Men has come. I hate them.
She's actually a good woman. So I was not surprised that she wrote good things about him. I thought she was going for a minute. I thought she was going to write about something bad, but
I think she thought about it and was like, well, let me do the right thing and just put good about him. But
she loved him.
Yeah,
they use virgin sense.
Guys, let's not go there. Let's just put it that she loved him well enough.
It was virgin sense, guy. Nothing like
I mean, she loved him. I think I will agree with on Edmund's point. Ayasaka is going towards the west of Westeros. She keeps saying what's west of Westeros and nobody knows. Is Bran Stark not going to know what's west of Westeros? Is it not the all-knowing?
Yeah. It's the Oxford Dictionary.
I think it's the Google. There's a look he gave to her there when she said nobody knows what's west of Westeros. I don't know if any of you saw it. It was very, very brief, but it was like, am I a joke to you? but take that very quickly. If I feel like I'm not surprised that she's deciding not to stay in Winterfell, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, if any spin-off can come, I think they could focus on Arya because it looks like something interesting could happen there.
Yeah. I mean, it with her, with even John, because John is left the world. He left the world with Tormund and with the Free Folk.
No. If they do any series based on John, I'm not going to watch it. I'm sorry, but I won't watch it.
I was saying something. They said Blood Moon with those the one to break away called Blood Moon or something.
Yeah.
See if I haven't heard of it. Yeah,
it's just fans coming up with theories. I mean, Game of Thrones fans. There was a petition last week to redo the whole of Game of Thrones season. It's fans, and they were up to thousands and I think up to 1 million signatures saying season 8 has to be redone. So I think it's just fans coming up with what they want or what they would like to see for Arya Stark. I mean, everybody loves Arya Stark. I don't think there's people have various opinions about Sansa, about John, but one thing that Game of Thrones fans all agree on their love for Arya Stark.
No, I've actually seen people that feel that she's overrated.
Are you serious? Miss Williams overrated. I was listening to her podcast today, and I was just impressed by her. She in her podcast, she was like, Game of Thrones is over. She's trying to figure out what she's going to do with her life and everything. So she decided to like, okay, let me join the podcast market. She'll just explain her reason for starting her own podcast, which was a bit funny, but it was kind of nice. I think
Please give me the podcast. Let me go and listen to it.
Yeah. Okay. Let me. Miss Williams isn't paying me, and a podcast is obviously bigger than ours. I think a podcast is called Thinking Big. So if you check on iTunes and Thinking Big with Miss Williams, that's her podcast. And she has 2 episodes up, and I was listening to it, and I listened to both of them today, and it was kind of nice. So I don't know why people will be hating on Arya or Miss Williams. I mean, she's not overrated, man. She'll be hating.
Wait, I want to ask a question. What happened to Arya's Uber? As in, where did she ride that horse?
Yes, that's a good point, Williams. Edmund, can you defend that?
What happened to the Uber? Did she pay?
I think that's
a drop on the road.
See, if we should start going into the most pointless scenes in Game of Thrones, we will not stop. The whole idea of
this season, so pointless. Was pointless. The whole idea, Night King, that's spiral
of them talking about Daenerys' inability to conceive. You know, there was a scene last season where Jon Snow and pointless. Tyrion watching Jon Snow and Daenerys have sex, pointless.
Yeah, Tyrion exactly.
Pregnant. Cersei getting pregnant, pointless. Jaime going to fight for the living, only to come back to die with his sister, telling his sister that it's only them that matter. Yeah. See, there are a lot of pointless things. Let's not even be. I thought at that point where Arya saw the horse that, this girl is going to be vengeful. She's going to kill Daenerys. Daenerys is only for her to die with the way Jon Snow killed. It's just
with small butter knife, small bread knife.
There was something Tyrion said which I found strange. There was a statement he told Jon Snow that he loved Daenerys but not as successful as Jon Snow. Was Tyrion having a crush on Daenerys, or who wrote that line? I don't understand. I just thought about it that was another pointless, because we've not seen Tyrion to be someone who fell in love with Daenerys. So why will he be saying he
I don't feel the love he meant there is like actual sexual love, because Alpha, this guy is teaming up with you because Tyrion believed in Daenerys. Yes, he always said it, that with the right guidance and with the right advice, she could do great things. It's why he decided to join her side over that of his family. Yes, I agree. His family wanted to kill him and he had to run and escape, but he believed in himself. You get, and then he explained. I think he kind of like explained the whole point of her burning down things and saying that it makes sense that she's doing it because when she did it before, we said those people were bad people, and then we cheered her. You get she born so people. We said, okay, these people were bad people. We cheered her, we applauded her. She liberated so and so people. She burnt them down. We cheered her, but now she has done it. But she has done it to good people, and you get. So I felt like the love there was kind of like admiration, somebody I admired, because he believed in her. Even when Varys started plotting against her in favor of Jon Snow, he went to report. You get, he even betrayed his friend Varys. So I felt like the love there, it's obviously not because, Tyrion is too smart to know that. I don't think it's anything. Yeah.
Therefore, for Jon Snow, I felt this whole season, the only thing he did this whole season was killing Daenerys. From episode 1 to episode 5, just running around saying one or two words. But the only thing they kept him for this whole season was to kill Daenerys, which is kind of sad for his character. That's why we've been saying and we've hammered on the point that the season was rushed, and all the character development we've watched, they all went to ruins this season. And even the Daenerys turning into a mad queen was not even justified. And
even the Euron, the way they made him look like one strong guy.
What are rounding up now? What are our thoughts on the entire show as a whole? And Game of Thrones to always be a great series and everything. It's just ruined by the writers D&D, dumb in my opinion. Now, just trying to end it as fast as possible. What are our thoughts on the entire series generally?
Okay, personally, I feel like Williams wanted to say, it's the GOAT of all series. I feel like, take this last 3 episodes or this season generally. It doesn't take anything away from the fact. The movie, it's monumental. It's so big. The impact it has made, not just in television. You get in the world. A lot of people name their children after these characters.
Yeah,
I don't think it has ever happened again. I've never heard anybody naming somebody Schofield or Heisenberg, because lots of people like to bring Breaking Bad, which is a dope movie.
Another very good, yes.
Yes, another So I've not seen anybody. It's not over. You've not seen it. I've not seen anybody naming their son Heisenberg or something like that. But there are people that have named their children Iron. The impact it has made, the opportunities it has given people. I was reading a newsletter a friend sent to me of how a lot of people, their lives changed. Those people, the scene or the locations where they shot some of the movies, some of them got occupied because of they got job opportunities based on this movie. Yeah, so I still feel like it's the biggest, and I don't think any other one comes close. So this last season doesn't take anything away from the fact. It gave us beautiful memories, beautiful quotes, beautiful speech, beautiful the impact, guy. It can't be overstated. So this last few episodes doesn't take anything away from the fact. It's just a movie that everybody loved.
Yeah,
because in a way we grew up. The actors like to talk about how they grew up with the series. I started watching this series when I was in 100 level. You get that every year. It's something I was always looking forward to. When is Game of Thrones coming? When is Game of Thrones coming? So I think a lot of us to grow up. That's 7 or 8 years that we. Yeah. So
I saw a tweet that said that the only character development that happened in Game of Thrones was Sir Davos. When he, when they were doing this meeting, the Tyrion has now formed this new council with Sir Brian Bronn. How will he even trust Bronn again? And the rest of them, Sir Davos, when he corrected Bronn's English, that was kind of nice and funny for him because he's someone that was like an illiterate and he was being...
Yes, I remember he could not read at a point.
Yes, he couldn't read, and he was being taught by that little girl.
That man fought about 4 battles and survived all.
Yeah, he's a legend. That was nice. That was nice for him. And there was also this talk about Grey Worm. So that Grey Worm is like jokingly though, that Grey Worm was like the first black man to escape from a violent series without dying. I don't know what you guys think.
I would have loved to see that was nice. I would have loved to see a Grey Worm and Jon Snow's fight. I thought at one point they were going to fight. That would have been interesting.
Yeah,
for big Jon Snow, so shit.
Lie, Jon Snow go beat him. Jon Snow go beat him. This is about to carry long stick, they squeeze face like boost because they cut beside the head. Guy, Jon Snow go beat him.
That
Williams, what's your own take?
Williams, what's your take on Game of Thrones?
Guy, I'm not sure there will be another better series. Maybe with time, because the writers have to be patient for the next one that will come. They need to capture, and they keep us entertained for 7 years and 8 years.
Yeah,
that's a lot to keep your audience. So the whole world waited for this new season. The whole world,
literally everybody that matters. Because I don't think those that did not watch it, I don't think they matter.
Oh my God! There was this.
Everybody waited for the jail too. So I'm not sure. Will there be another kind of series like this to take a lot?
Are you guys excited for the Game of Thrones prequel? There's a prequel series that's coming up for Game of Thrones. That's a series about the events that happened long before Game of Thrones started.
Yes, so I think I've heard it. I think they said there are about 3 that they plan to shoot.
Yeah, there's one currently in the works now. I think they will soon be shooting the pilot episode, the first episode of that one.
But I think they say it comes out in about 2 to 3 years time. Not this year.
Yeah,
I think that one will be interesting. I think that will focus more on the Targaryens, if at all, and maybe the Night King. I don't know. Let me not even start speculating, but I think that one looks interesting because I think I heard about it last year. And it's something that I'm looking forward to. If any show, like Williams has said, if any show is going to keep us entertained again for 80, I think it's still going to be this setup because the original writer of Game of Thrones, Tega, what's his name?
And George R. R. Martin. Yeah. Yes,
I think he's the one that has the main subject, the main materials for most of this. That guy is a genius. I don't know how he was able to sit down and come up with something like this. I was talking with a friend. I was like, where do you get the inspiration for this type of writing?
Yeah.
Because it's just on another level entirely. So I'll be excited. I'll wait for that.
Yeah. Well, whenever it comes out, it's going to be something everybody will want to see and see if it lives up to the hype. I mean, J.R. Martin is a fantastic writer. So I guess if he's also the one behind the writing, if it's not these guys that has ruined season 8, if they are not the ones on it and it's J.R. Martin, it's going to be fantastic. But if they take this useless spirit down to this new one, I don't think I'll be tuning in anytime soon. Well, that wraps up.
They actually followed, sorry to cut.
Yeah.
They actually followed the book, I think, up to episode season 6.
Season 5, 6, yes. They ran out of.
That's where the man. That's where the man has stopped writing.
Has stopped. Yes.
You get so I think from season 7 and season 8 they just did whatever, and it's showing obviously because it was rushed, it was hasty. Yeah, and then there are talks about HBO offering them, I think, to do 10 episodes. But
yes.
Like, no. They can wrap it up in 7 hours.
6,
so they just. Why they are rushing, I have no idea, because it can't be an issue of money. I agree, they are using lots and lots of money to but the company or the network was sponsoring it. And so I don't understand why they're rushing or just hasty to conclude it. But anyway, I'm glad it's over. Everybody can move on.
We'll move on to other series, and that wraps up the end of our Game of Thrones show. Williams, thanks for joining me on the show today, and Edmund, thanks for joining us on the show. Yeah, do check out Edmund Oris tweets. It's very hilarious at Edmund Oris, and Williams Love Stories on Twitter as Williams. You can follow us on Twitter, View Center Pod on Twitter, and subscribe on iTunes and rate us. It helps the podcast with visibility. Well, thank you guys for joining us last time. Do take care of yourselves. Alright guys, thanks for joining me once again for the Game of Thrones recap show. It's been a fun season with ups and downs, but it's finally over and we are happy for it. Unfortunately, Precious couldn't stay with us throughout the episode. She had a technical issue, and I apologize for that. Do take care of yourself, guys. Cheers.